Good morning, everybody. So since I have I have my Bishop Castle rose is in bloom right now, and I absolutely love the fragrance of this rose. So today I'm gonna try to do a video on how to make a rose marmalade or rose jam at home with your own roses. So I'm gonna show you how I pick the rose that I use for my rose jam, so just stay tuned with me. Okay, so when I pick the rose for my rose marmalade, I pick the rose that actually have a very strong fragrance to it. And the next thing is the color. So anything with a red color or dark color is gonna make the rose jam looks more pink. So you can actually mix the rose color. Let's say this is a light pink. I love it for his fragrance, but if you just only use the light pink, oh, I have some bugs on it. They want to eat it too. But if I have only the pink, light pink color, it's not gonna look so good. So I'm gonna mix it with some of the red color rose. This is called Prospero. Prospero is a dark red color, and it actually has a very thick petal, and the thick petal actually very nice to eat as well, and it cook well. So I'm gonna pick some Prospero. Okay. Let's see how many I can pick here. This one is kind of spent, so let's pick that one too. Okay, and then let's see. Do I have more? And here I still have a few Bishop Castle that I'm gonna use as well. So let me pick that as well. And just use my hand to pick that. Okay. And here. And I'm gonna continue to pick around, and I'll show you what I pick. Okay. So here you go. So this is what I picked after going around in my garden. So just let me show you. So the main ingredient for today is gonna be my Bishop Castle. Bishop Castle has this very strong, fruity, not fruity, actually old rose fragrance. So and it just smells so good and so strong. So I would always recommend using a rose with a fruity fragrance or old rose fragrance, because it's gonna give your rose marmalade that much more of a flavor. And then I also have my golden celebration. The yellow one is a golden celebration, because I think golden celebration smell really good as well. And I think golden celebration is more like fruity fragrance to it. And then I have my this is called Life of a Party. Life of a Party has also very strong fruity fragrance, so that will work as well. I have Delish here. This is my spent Delish, still very beautiful, but I'm gonna eat it because, again, we all know Delish has a very strong old rose fragrance as well, so it's gonna match well with it. I have my Charlene here. Charlene petal tastes really good. I tasted it before. It's so good. This is my Queen of Elegance. I just need more petal, so I picked that as well. And this is my Falstaff. Falstaff is another good one to eat because, first of all, it has very nice strong color, and the fragrance is pretty good as well. So we need some dark color. So for the dark color, I picked Falstaff. I have Prospero, and also my Tradescan in my garden. This one is my Onsoon. Onsoon smell very fruity as well. That's why I picked them. And also my Lady Emma Hamilton. So there you have it. This is what we're gonna use for making a marmalade today. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention. Make sure when you want to use the rose, pick the rose for the marmalade, make sure you do not spray any pesticide on the rose. If you spray pesticide or you use any systemic pesticide, it's not edible. You cannot eat that. It's obviously full of poison. So please do not use the rose with the pesticide for your rose jam and marmalade. And this is one benefit of when you are not spraying your roses, you actually get to eat them. So I mean, it looks very delicious just for my eyes already. Seriously. So hopefully this one will turn out well, and I will show you how to do it. And I still have the one that I made last time, and it's just so good. I put in everything. So there you have it. This is gonna be my rose marmalade flowers. So after I pick up the roses from the outside, so I can tell you this one is probably enough for 2 jars of rose marmalade. And then I have to show you the ingredient. So here we have the flour, and I have 2 lime right here. So usually I do 1 whole lime for 1 jar. I just cut in half, and later we're gonna juice it. And 2 cups of sugar right here as well. And I prepared this big bowl just so that later I can actually use this to wash the petal right here. Okay, so let's get started. So right now we're gonna prep it. So first we're just gonna take off the petal and put it in a big bowl. Now we need to, there would be some bugs in there, so we need to kind of wash them through as best as you can. I mean, sometimes they are tiny, so you probably need to take a few wash in order to get rid of them. But you can see there's quite a lot of petal already. Like, you will be surprised how much petal you get at the end of it, really. There you go. It's like rainbow. It's a rainbow color. So we're just gonna continue this until for those like this old petal, I'm just gonna put it in there. Okay, just keep doing it until we finish, and then I will show you the next step. This is how much petal that we got after we remove them. And let's see, Leia, you want to show everybody?
Yeah, let's do this. Yeah.
Is there a lot of them?
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, look at all the color that we got here.
Yeah.
Oh, how does it smell, Leia?
Smells good.
It smells good. All right, now next step we're gonna go wash it down.
I'll get the water.
Now we're gonna just come to our sink, and we're gonna just put in some water and wash it through. So you're gonna have some bugs here and there, so I will let it soak for a little bit, and then it's rising up. Yep. So we're gonna let it soak a little bit, and then yeah. Are you excited about the rose jam, Leia?
I'm gonna put them in my toast.
You're gonna put them in your toast? That's a good idea, Leia.
For some dinner. For lunch.
Yes.
Toast for lunch.
You have so much idea already. So so basically just gonna kind of wash it a little bit down, so that all the bugs and the dust and all is going to come out. But you know, this is, since there's no spraying, there's nothing much other than the dust and the bugs to wash out. So you're just gonna repeat this process and drain it and just repeat it for 3-4 times, and then it will be ready for the next step. So you just next step, after you drain it for 3 times, you wash and drain it for 3 times, and it was relatively clean. And then you can just bring a pot and then just put a petal in, and then do a layer of sugar like that. And just repeat the process. And when it's halfway, then you can put the lime juice. So I'm gonna just right here, I'm gonna bring my lime juice in. I'm just gonna squeeze it in there. You can use a lemon juice as well if you don't have a lime. I mean, I personally like the taste of a lime a lot better than lemon, so I prefer lime. But if you like lemon, you can use lemon as well. It's the same. Okay, let's just. Continue. Just keep doing. You can press it down, you know. So it's about, you know, at the end of the day, you're gonna use about 1 cup of sugar for this process. It looks a lot right now, but later on, when it sit for a long time, all this will shrunk down for sure. Doesn't look as much anymore, so they will shrink down to probably just 10 or 15% of this. Top it up with the lime juice again. Somehow the smell of the lime or lemon and the sweet smell just blend so well together. So after this, what you do, you just cover it up and just let it sit at room temperature for 6 hours. So I'm gonna show you how it looks like 6 hours later. Now it's actually about, I would say, 8 hours after I started putting in the morning with the sugar and the lime juice. So I want to show you how it looks right now. I mean, you do not need to wait that long. I just do not have time to go for it. So I'm going to show you how it looks like. Oh yeah. You see how it trimmed down? Oh my god, it smells so good. It's just the smell. Just get out of the pot and just into your nose. So what you can do is, like, in the middle of it, you can see if it actually goes down. If it doesn't, you can press it down. You should see some liquid come out of it, but if you don't see it going down, you need to actually press it down a little bit like this, and then it will actually make it faster to kind of make it into like this syrup. You can see that the syrup is already have the pink color. Okay, and now we are going to cook them up. Now it's time to cook them. I'm gonna show you on the stove. So now I moved them to the stove, and I'm gonna heat it up. I mean, you want to not really boiling it and just let it bring it to like just heat it up first. And meanwhile, I'm gonna start cooking with starting with the syrup. Okay, so the syrup. So we left about 1.5 cup of sugar just now. So we're gonna use all of them right now, and we're gonna use, if you have like 75% of the water plus the cup of the sugar that you left. So right now I have 1.5 cup of sugar, so I'm gonna put 1 cup of water. Okay, so right here 1.25 cup sugar and 1 cup of water. Okay, so let me show you. So I'm just gonna pop it in. I'm gonna get the water right here. One cup of water. Just put it in. Okay, and then you're gonna start to stir it up, and so that it would dissolve. For it to dissolve completely and bring it to the boil. Okay, so I'm gonna do it and I'll show you after it starts boiling. Okay, once it boils up, and then you're gonna lower the heat because you don't want to overboil it. The point is just to dissolve it. Okay, so now it's dissolved. Bring it to the boil, you dissolve it, and now we're gonna add it into our mixture of the petal. Alright, let's see. Show it. And just put it in there. Okay. And then we're gonna let it boil. Now I'm gonna increase the temperature to let it boil. Oh my god, it smells so good. Alright, because it's gonna let it boil, and I will show you after it starts boiling. Alright, once it started to boil, you're gonna have to lower down the heat a little bit, so it's not gonna overboil it. And I'm gonna let it boil for 10 minutes because I want it to be really thicken up. So let's boil for 10 minutes, and I will show you how it looks like after it is done. Okay, after it's done boiling, not done yet. Now it has been boiling for 10 minutes. You can see the color has deepened up a lot more than before. So I can see that it is still very liquidy. So I'm gonna let it boil for another 10 more minutes, and then we're gonna cool it. Okay, so let's do another 10 minutes. So this is after another 10 minutes of boiling. You can see the color get even darker right now. Okay, and it's looking pretty good. Now it has been shrunk down a lot more. So we have it's less liquidy right now. It's still very liquid, but that's okay. This is the consistency we kind of want. So right now what we're gonna do is we're gonna remove it from the heat, and then we're gonna let it cool off for 6 hours again. Alright, so yes, this is all about time. It's very easy to do, but it's all about time. So I will show you what it looks like again after 6 hours. So this is after 6 hours waiting, supposedly. Supposedly I only need to wait for 6 hours, but I got too tired today. I just go to sleep. So this is how it looks like the next day, or actually, dun 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 dun. So you can see it actually get a lot darker color, and it's become this very beautiful pink, and the petal is very translucent. Now I like to make it a little bit more dilute because I use it also as my syrup and put it inside my tea. But if you like to make it more like how should I say thicker, you can actually keep boiling it. So for now, let me show you. So I can boil it another time just to let it get more thicker, okay? But for me, this is pretty good, and you can see the petal now is very like translucent. It's very translucent, and it's actually really tasty to eat this petal. I like it. Okay, I actually really love it. So let me if you want, so you can boil it for another 10 minutes and let it cool, and this is how you do it. So just let me boil for another 10 minutes. Alright, so this is how it looks like 10 minutes after I boiled it. This is what, the second time, I think. And you can see it get even darker right now. The color get even darker. So I think this is it. I'm not gonna continue because when it cool down, it's gonna get even thicker. So now I'm just gonna prepare to can my rose marmalade. Here I'm gonna show you while we are waiting for the marmalade to kind of cool down a little bit. I'm showing you how to actually do canning. So you need to sterilize your canning jar for if you want to store your rose marmalade for a long time. So first you need to get a pot of water and put your glass jar, your canning jar inside the pot. Put a little pot rack at the bottom so that the glass is not in direct contact to the bottom of the pot, which is a high heat. And you want to cover it completely in there, okay, and let it boil for 15 minutes. Okay, so I'm gonna set my timer here for 15 minutes. Now this one is boiling water, okay? Now for the lid, you want to put in a separate pot, and you want to actually cook this in the simmering water. So not something boiling but simmering, okay? And remember, this lid is you can only use it for once. So means like once you can it, you use it, the can it for the first time. When after you open it up, then the pressure will break and you cannot seal it back. Okay, you only seal it for one time. So this is how you can actually store it for a very long time. So let's get that started. So but this one you're gonna simmer for 10 minutes. That's just what I can say. Simmer for 10 minutes and then just let it sit, turn it off, and let it sit in the warm water until it's ready to be used. I sterilize the jar. I'm just gonna let it air dry it, and until after it's dry up, then we can start to do our jarring. Okay. Alright, it's all ready to can. So let's get started. Alright, so right now the jar has been dried up, so I'm just gonna ready to actually can it. So I already did one just now over here, and I'll just show you the other one. If you spill a little bit, that's okay. That's what paper towel is for. Okay, so I'm just gonna continue. Ooh, looks like we got just enough for 2 jars. Don't want to make it too full because you don't want to overfill it. Just a little bit shy of 2 jars. Just what I estimate, a little bit more than what I estimated, but that's okay. So now you want to make sure that you actually clean the top, the lid where you're gonna seal it up. Just gonna clean that up. Okay, make sure there's no food on top of it. Okay, we're gonna do for both. All right, so I guess we only need 2. All right, so next we're gonna lift up. We're gonna get the lid from my another pot. Okay, and then I'm just gonna pop it on top like this. Very stubborn. Okay, just put it here, and you're just gonna screw it top. Now, when you screw it, you just basically just watertight. You do not make it very super tight, okay? Because later on it's gonna seal up with the pressure. We're gonna cook that one more time. Okay, now let's go back to the pot that we're using just now, and we're gonna boil it for another 15 minutes until it pops. Again, do not have the glass. Do not let the glass have the contact at the bottom of the pot of the high heat. Okay, so we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna put the rack in there, and we're gonna put our jar inside. Maybe I will add a little bit more water just so that we can have the entire. Okay, it's good now. It's all in the water. So you can see how it's. You're gonna let it cook for another 15 minutes, and then it will be all done. Okay. Later I will show you how to test if the pressure seal is good. Let's pray it is good, because I cannot undo this. I can't undo this. You got only one chance to get it right. If we don't get it sealed up right, we have to finish it fast. Alright, let's see you in 15 minutes. Alright, ice have been boiling for 15 minutes, so let's get it out and hopefully... Uh-oh. You can hear the sizzling sound. I think it's working. So let's see. Let's take it out. To the side. Take it out. Uh-oh. I can hear the sizzling sound right now. I think it worked. Alright, let's let it cool down a little bit, and then we will test if it's actually sealed up or not. Alrighty, so I am happy to announce that it is a success. We actually success to pressure seal it. So if you want to know if you pressure seal it or not, you just press the top. You see, you don't hear anything that pop up. If it doesn't seal up, you can hear this. So that doesn't seal up. So this is sealed up. So you can actually keep it for somewhere in the cabinet for up to a year. And now this is the one that I have a leftover, and look at how beautiful is the color. Oh yeah, I can't wait to make a teapot of hot tea and put this in there and make my own rose tea. Alrighty, thank you for watching, and hopefully you can try it and it will work for you as well. Leave me a comment if you have any question, and I will try my best to help to answer it. There you go. Look at how beautiful. Of course, there is no ending of this video without some taste test, right, baby girl?
Yeah.
So we're gonna let my daughter to do a little taste test of our freshly made rose marmalade. And for security purpose, we're just not gonna show her face. We're just gonna record out her reaction, okay? So, baby girl, will you please pick up the toast and eat it and tell everybody how is it taste like?
Okay then. Good.
How does it taste? You wanna tell everybody? Can you describe the taste of it?
It tastes really good, and it also tastes like strawberry.
How can it taste like strawberry when there's no strawberry in there, baby girl?
It was the flower petal, okay?
What?
It's the flower petal, okay?
It's a flower petal. It tastes the flower petals just have the texture of the strawberry.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So do you think the flower petal actually is yummy to eat as well?
Yeah, no.
No, you don't like to eat the flower petal?
No.
No.
Flower petal tastes horrible.
The flower petal tastes horrible. This coming from a girl that do not like to eat strawberry at all.
But now I like to.
Oh, now you like to?
But
Okay.
with jam.
With the jam, so without the petals.
Yeah.
Without a petal. You want to finish up the toast then? There you go. Will you eat that every morning? You will? Okay, thank you so much, baby girl. So there you go. This is the rose marmalade. Let's show you the color. Very glossy. It just looks just like a ruby. It looks just like a ruby. Which I'm gonna focus. Look just like ruby. And here is the can. Now, hopefully you guys will like it and will inspire you to try at home, but make sure again, do not use the rose that is sprayed with pesticide. I need to say 10 times, okay? I don't want to poison anybody. So go ahead, get to your kitchen and do it. It takes time, but it's actually really easy to make. There you go.